Yo, g'day guys, my name's Jack Morrow and I thought I'd revisit an old music video that I shot quite a few years ago and grab some of my favourite frames and break down exactly how I lit it. So this music video was a project we shot for the artist Sam Serra as part of a university project. I was lucky enough to be the DP on it and had access to obviously all this really high-end gear. We ended up shooting this music video on the Arri Amira, which is like my favourite camera ever. But what's really special about this music video is that we only lit this entire thing using 1 or 2 lights at maximum. I just want to showcase that it's really possible to create some really visually striking imagery through not much gear at all. So I just want to say I didn't shoot this project on my own. We had a small crew of about 5 or 6 of us, and we've all come such a long way since we shot this project. But I learned some really key, valuable things on this project that I want to share with you. So, nevertheless, let's get straight into the music video.
I try to shake my shadows away. Lift the volume cause the sound it always stays. But we are a monster and we are afraid. We are a monster and we are afraid. You can never force the sun to stay. Didn't you know that there's some things you can't say? But we are a monster and we are afraid. We are a monster and we are afraid. Lives alone and I live for today. Oh baby, you have the control and I love my power lines. Oh please tell me, roll me out, we gotta pay a fine. Now we all know all the signs, that we all see the signs. Oh baby, you have the control and I love my power lines. Count them all for disgrace. Living on the line only makes me awake. I'm here forever, but forever is tamed. When did you think the time don't ever betray? I could run wild, or I could just stay. When the mind is powerless, when the heart's afraid. You thought I was done, but I never felt the earthquake. Quick for it, honey, I bet this is my parade. Lives alone and I live for today. Oh baby, you have the control and I love my power lines. Oh please tell me, roll me out, we gotta pay a fine. Now we all know all the signs, that we all see the signs. Oh baby, you have the control and I love my power lines. My power lines.
So, I hope you enjoyed the music video. I've grabbed a few of my favorite frames that I want to break down with you right now. So, let's get straight into it. So straight off the bat, we really wanted to maximize time on this film shoot. So we really only had 1.5 days to get this project done. So what we decided to do was break all the scenes down into what rooms we were going to shoot this in. We also wanted to set up the lights in a way where we could turn the camera 360 degrees and you wouldn't see the light in frame. And this would just, in theory, help us really get more shots and more options for the director and the actors. So when I enter a new space, the first thing I look at is where is the light naturally coming from? And in this case, it was actually from a window on the left of screen, which is sort of here. And what we did is we actually got a Blondie, popped that up through the window to sort of replicate sunlight and kind of turn that up to maximum brightness and shine that straight through the window. So with the light shining in from the left-hand side, we deliberately positioned our actress on the couch right here. So we had this really harsh sunlight hitting her face right there. And what we wanted to do to create a bit more of a color contrast and a bit more depth to the image is we actually got a small LED panel, stuck that up to the ceiling, which you can see up here, stuck that up there, and then we just sort of had this gently shining down here, and we had this at a cooler color temperature to sort of create that real orange and teal look. So this helps create a lot of depth, and to create this really harsh and dark effect and to really accentuate it, we added some negative fill here. All right, so if I can be perfectly honest, one of the biggest flaws in this music video was that technically the sun was moving all around the world. And this was a deliberate choice we sort of made at the time because we really wanted to sort of prioritize the aesthetics and the look and feel of the sort of music video. So what we did for this case, very, very similar, almost exactly the same, is we got the Blondie, we chucked it outside and shined it straight through the window. So a tip I really like to give in terms of composition and lighting is to always shoot from the shadow side. This generally just creates a lot more visual interest, it silhouettes characters, and gives the image a lot more depth. So with this one light, what we've actually managed to do is silhouette this actress here, and we've also created this really lovely rim highlight across our lead actress here. So it sort of draws your eyes to her, but it doesn't give anything away too much, so it sort of keeps you visually engaged. Other than actually shining this Blondie straight through the window here, we didn't really do much else. I mean, we added a bit of negative fill down this side. We've now cut in for this over the shoulder shot. We've got our light shining in from the right hand side now. This is in the exact same room, obviously, as you've seen in the music video. And we've got this really harsh light and this straight line that's sort of going straight down our actress. I'm not gonna leave that line there, I'll remove that. But what that does is again creates that visual interest. And as you can see here, this camera is still shot from the shadow side. So we've got this lovely fall off, we've got this texture on this left hand side. Just with one light, it really goes to show what you can achieve. So again, we wanted to use this same approach in the studio. We really only used one light and we just chucked that again on a Blondie, we gelled it to daylight, and then we sort of angled it down on a sort of 45-degree angle, pointing straight down at our lead actress here. So obviously coming from the top here, hitting our actress, and then we have a really strong roll off straight into the blacks. Pretty fortunate, she had really dark colored hair, so it really blended into that background quite well. What we also did is, lucky enough in the studio, we had these really black curtains. That naturally created this negative fill and absorbed all the extra light that was coming through. Okay, so this shot is in exactly the same room as the living room. We've just turned the camera around from the couch and faced it towards the wall. Again, we had a real strong emphasis on production design. So as you can see here, we've still got those really earthy sort of retro tones here with the red of the blanket, and we've got these orange and green colors, and our production designer did an excellent job. And we also just found such a cool location, you know, with the retro TV and all that. So it was really, really easy to make this location look quite good. Again, we followed the exact same setup with the Blondie shining in from the right hand side, which is now where the window so happens to be, but it's the exact same setup. And so this is shining in straight in along the right here. And what we did to just provide that little bit more extra depth was to actually just haze up the room, and we ended up hazing this just probably a little too much, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, but it really gave that cinematic look and depth. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you. So I guess just a few key takeaways is to always motivate your light. shoot from the shadow side, which always looks great, and haze up your music video. No, I'm kidding. I'm only joking. Just remember that you don't need all the gear in the world to create sort of some really visually stunning shots. It really comes down to the location, the acting, and just making the most of what you've got. Again, we actually hired, I think, like 5 lights for this shoot, and we ended up only using 2 at most in each scene. So just remember, you don't need all the gear. I hope you really enjoyed the music video and the music as well. And hopefully I will catch you in the next one. See ya.